Hi everyone, how are you today? Happy Monday, hope you're doing well. Thank you and welcome to my channel. My name is Lola and this is Living Life with Lola, whatever. Okay, I just want to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of my family, a part of my online family. I really want to appreciate you. Yes, I really want to appreciate you. So today we're going to be talking about some life events, some interesting life events, and I just want to say that I really appreciate last week when I uploaded my first video, and to be honest, that time it's been coming. I had one before, like 4 years ago. I deleted it. It became non-functional, and I started again. I started with my kids' YouTube channel, and most times, kids, they want to play and all that. They get very distracted, and it's always like a long thing getting putting them together to do a video. So I'm like, okay, let me do my own. And my kids were like, Mommy, open your own channel. I'm like, okay, I'll open mine. So eventually I decided to start, and I had every reason not to start. Too busy with school, too busy with work, too busy with life, and and everything. I had every excuse not to start my own channel. I kept on postponing. I kept on drawing back and all that. So I like to say, if you're in my shoes, and I was like, oh, what will people say? People be like, what's she talking about? What's she doing and all that. And for me, I like TV. I like talk shows. I just like things because I like to be indoors. So I like this kind of stuff. I find it very interesting, and I'm kind of gentle and quiet, but when it comes to talking and having a conversation, I do it very well because to the glory of God, I think I taught Sunday school for over 10 years of my life. So it's kind of it's not new. It's not new. Talking is not new for me. I can talk like a stretch. I'm not a talkative, but I talk. So anyway, so I decided to just start. So if you're like me, yeah, and you find yourself in my shoes, just start. Don't overthink it. Yeah. Do it afraid. While you're afraid, like, what will people say? Like, and all that. Do it afraid. While you're unsure, yeah? Do it afraid. While you're the problem with us, not why most people, why we don't take steps, is because um we always overthink things, we always evaluate it, and at the end of the day we don't make a move. Start. If you start and you fail, you know that, oh, I tried and I failed. But if you don't start at all, my dear brother and sister, if you don't start at all, it means that you have not done anything. Yeah. So do it afraid. That time that you're afraid, it means that um you're willing to do something. So that was what motivated me. Like, I'm going to do this anyhow. And I was just cooking on a Sunday. I'm like, okay, why not? Let me just do this thing and see what will happen. And my son was with me, and my son is talkative. Please, I'm sorry. My son talks a lot. So I'm like, okay, let's do it. And natural, that one, he will just talk. He will just keep going on and on and on and on. To him, in front of camera is very good. So, and we started just like that, just like that, just like that. And we're just going. And like, okay, this thing seems like it's working. It seems kind of interesting. And that was it. And this was just when we go back from church. So my advice here today, I don't want this video to be too long. Do it afraid. Start small. Start anyhow. And I remember my volume was not so good and all that. I had every excuse not to upload that video. I'm like, whatever. I'm just going to upload it. Highest. I will have one view, you know. And I'm surprised. I had more than one. So do it afraid. Make the move. Just do what you have to do. Like, just do it. Just start anyhow. If you start and you fail, you know that you have made an attempt to start. But you not starting at all is the problem. Even I remember when I was going to start my MBA, I had every reason not to start. My job is very demanding. I'm a business analyst, and my job is very, very demanding and quite technical and very brain tasking. And I'm like, okay, how would I combine master's degree full time, my kids, my family, and all that? It was a lot. But I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll just start. And then later I'm like, it's even a whatever, it will take like 3.5 years. I'll be way over 40 by the time I'm done, blah blah blah. I now told myself that see, my dear, whether you start now or you start later, that age you are scared of, it will still come and you won't have achieved what you wanted to achieve. So why not do it now? Whether you're going to be 50 or 60, that thing that you're scared of, that age will come. So if you don't make that move now, time will pass and you'll still be there. And if you say, oh, what will people say? Well, people will talk, people will say it, people will always be people. I tell you, people will never stop being people. People will always be people. People will always have something to say. Yeah. So just like Jesmia would say, I love Jesmia so much. She's a very blunt preacher. Do it afraid. I knew Josmea, she didn't go to school, well, she had a very rough upbringing and all that. And she's doing so well at her age. She said she started working out at 60 something. Imagine. So even if it is a lifestyle change that you're thinking of, starting up, maybe you're thinking of starting exercise or eating clean, whatever, start anyhow and start very small so that you don't put too much pressure on yourself. If you start saying, oh, I want to do it perfectly, fine. I'm not saying that you shouldn't have a plan. It's good to have a plan, and some people are very, put together and well arranged. But see, if excessive planning and perfectionism, if there's any word like that, would not make you make the move that you're supposed to make. Start small. Start with very little. You remember the story in the Bible where Jesus fed 5,000 men and women with 5 loaves of bread and fish with very little. And what happened at the end of the day? There were 12 baskets of leftover. So I tell you, you have more than enough left over. You have more than enough left over. Do it afraid. That little job that you're avoiding, oh, it's so small, it's not in my cabal, I'm too big for that job. Hey, take that job. From that little position, you can meet people. I'll in another video, I'll talk about how I started my career. Now I'm a senior business analyst to the glory of God. I started very, 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 very small. Like, you can't even imagine how I started. It's unimaginable. And today, to the glory of God, God has elevated me. And right now, I'm sitting in my office space, and God has been so good. Don't allow the forces around you. I know it could be very overwhelming depending on your situation, depending on what is happening in your life. Yeah. But I tell you that there will always be issues. Problem no they finish you, my dear. Whatever you want to do, start very small. Whatever business you want to do, start very small. I started my business with very little money. I started when I was on mat leave for my son, and I know where. Fine, my business is on pause right now because of school and work, but I know where I was when I was engaging in it full time. So to cut my long story short, start small, start now. It doesn't have to be perfect. It does not have to. I'm a testimony, my people. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just whatever, even if it's that certification, that exam. There was an exam I did, and I read for 1 year. By the time I wrote the exam and I wanted to apply for my next job, that was the first requirement, that exam I did. That it took me 1 year, I kept on dragging and dragging and dragging. They were like, if you don't have that particular certification, they won't even look at your resume. And I thank God because I did not wave it aside. Say, oh, I read for 1 year, oh, I won't do it. Start now. Start small. Start anyhow. It doesn't have to be perfect. Yeah? So this is my Focus Monday motivational video, whatever we call it. So, guys, have a lovely Monday and remain focused. If you are watching this on Tuesday, on Wednesday, or Friday, Saturday, whatever day you are watching it, have a lovely day. Yeah. And today is your starting point. Today is your day. Start it now. It's not too late, right? Make that move now. Do something now. Take that step now. Take that step of faith now and do something so that in the next 5 years you will not regret and say, oh God, why did I start 5 years ago? No, this is your own start. Start right now. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. And I promise I will try. Thank you for living life with me. This is my life. I will talk, I will gist, I'll cook, I'll go out, different things. Yeah. So have a lovely day. Remain focused, remain motivated. And remember, you never have this day again. You never have this day again. So make it count. Make today count. Make your time count. Do not waste your time. Remain blessed. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye. Mwah.